know, dude. YouTube is so meme. Sweet. What's up? So we're going to talk about how to freelance today. If you got freelance questions, let me know. How to get started. Where to look for clients. We can go over all that today. Done it before, but we'll do it again. I think it's pretty valuable. I don't have a freelance course to shill or anything. Well, I have one, but it's not open, so there's no point talking about it. Just here to add value. Hope you guys are doing swell. Hunter, what's up, dude? Diaz, how's it going? How's it going? I guess I'll pull up. We'll jump right into it. 1 minute, please. What's up? Fish, Belent, Edward. How's it going? All right. If you guys want to know how to find clients for freelancing, this is what you do. I make sure I don't dox myself. All right. What do you think about Stripe Atlas? I don't think about Stripe Atlas. Any other platforms than Upwork? Freelance platforms are a meme. Because just do me a favor and think about it for a second. A freelance platform. So when you go there, you have to upload your resume and apply to a job. Now, how is that freelance if you're just applying to a job? A job with an end date is just a contract job, not necessarily freelance. So it doesn't make any sense when someone says freelance platform. You mean contract job platform? Because if you have to click apply, I don't get it. Not much to show apart from a couple projects. Any tips? I didn't use Upwork. You need more projects. So you can make your own projects. For example, if you want to start building sites for people that have coffee shops, make some coffee shops that look real. Obviously they're not, but you know. Why does everyone ask if I have US sponsorship resident? Can we get around it? Because they want you to work in the office. So if you don't have that, you can't work in the office. Do I ask a dental clinic to let me fix some of their site stuff if I only know HTML, CSS, and JS? Yeah, sure. Try. I mean, just try. Why don't I get views on Fiverr? Because you need a brand. You need a reputation. Otherwise, you got to pay for views on Fiverr. I'm quitting my corporate job for a web consultancy and merchant services with some buddies. Nice, dude. Your garbage videos are really true. When I read that, I was like, my vids are garbage? Yeah, I know, dude. I'm working on making them better. But like the garbage jobs, yeah. Sites like Upwork are Mechanical Turk with extra steps. With way more extra steps. You get a bunch of clients that ghost you, and now you're not allowed to make any communication with the client that's not on Fiverr before you start the project. What website is best for beginner freelancer to start? Yeah, so it's called Google Maps. Google Maps is the best. For example, this is what we'll do. All right, follow along with me, chat. We're gonna how you would approach this in real time. All right, so we're on Google Maps. We're just gonna look around for some mom and pop shops, like the Bayou. Like, what is this? So it has a website. We can see, right? Open that up. All right, what do you guys think of this website? I personally think it's kind of garbage. Hard to read. Could be better. It was designed by Beervana, right? You can see that at the bottom. So this is who made it before. Is there anything in here that we could improve? I think there's a lot we could improve. Like, what is this specials bar here, you know? Like, what is... If we click menu, it's the same page. We can order appetizers. Big fan. Fiverr is crap. Confirmed. Jeff, thanks for the 2. So That website is not modern. See, everybody's got their opinions. There's a lot of stuff immediately wrong with this. Like, why would you bring them to this? Look at how pixelated these images are, right? You guys are seeing this? Look, they couldn't even cut off the white corners of the Get It On Google Play and the Apple Store button here, right? Look at this Photoshop job. Look at this pixelated. I don't know if you guys can see it. Look at this. You can't even read that. This is garbo. So, what you would do is you would drive down to the bayou here. You drive down there if you can. You'd walk in and be like, "Hey, I really loved your food, but I noticed when I was ordering online that the old process to find the food was a little outdated, and I happen to be a developer, and I was wondering if maybe I could help make it look a little bit more modern. Here's my portfolio for what you could expect it to look like. What do you think about that?" And that's how you'd walk in and say. You'd be like, "Oh, I really loved your food," right? Always pretend to be a satisfied customer with whatever service that they have. Started Lambda School today, Matt. Congrats, dude. I hope it's everything and more. Right, you could also call, but if you email, most likely you won't get a response. It's just going to go straight to trash. Emails are super easy. Also, it looks like they just took these buttons and they pasted them up here. Gosh, can I turn this into an ebook? What? But the thing with restaurants is that they have a very low. Welcome to Beervana. What? So this is just a Beervana. That must be an app that they built it with. Doesn't take very much to improve this site. Yeah, true, right? But they don't know that. But the thing with restaurants is that they don't have high profit margins. So you're really going to have something to show. This is really, I mean, this is how you freelance. You don't go to Upwork and click apply and, you know, you do this. You create opportunities where there's not a job posted. That's what true freelancing is, at least in my opinion. You create your own jobs, you create your own opportunities, you create your own value, you create your own reputation, you create your own brand. And this is how you do it. You build up your name and, hey, you know, I helped fix the Bayou's website. Look what I could do for you. You look like also a kind of brewery type place, and this is what they were before, and this is where they are now. And then you, boom, sell the same thing to them. All right, let's go. Let's look for another one. We've got a donut shop here. So it looks like they don't even have a website. Yeah, use the technique, the Joshua. Call and pretend to be a satisfied customer. Otherwise, you're just going to be an annoying salesman. Hey, I looked at your website and I noticed that it's garbage. You think I could help improve it? Like, are you serious? Of course they're not going to listen, bro. You wouldn't listen either. If someone called up and said, hey, by the way, I have all these ways I can improve your website, but I'm not going to tell you unless you pay money. Like, it's a lot easier to come in with that built rapport. You know, come in and you say, hey, I'm a really satisfied customer. My sister had your food or whatever, right? We really enjoyed it. Blah, blah, blah. And I wanted to order some more, but I noticed I couldn't do that. Is there anything inherently wrong with contracting? No. Building a portfolio through jobs on Upwork per se. Here's the thing. You can build a portfolio without having paid jobs. You can build a portfolio by offering your services for free to these companies. And I would say never work for free unless you're building your own portfolio or your own reputation. Like, never work for free at like a job or an internship. Like, or just, you know, make up a fake website for restaurants and be like, look, this is what I can do, and it looks a lot better than what you have. Here's one. I've done this one before, I think. Sawadee Salt Lake. Let's take a look at this one. If you think this is valuable, maybe hit thumbs up. Yeah, so this isn't as bad as I remember it being, actually. So that's not bad. Very simple, easy to do. What was it made with? I mean, you could even make this website with Wix, you know? I'm pretty sure that's what they did. Yeah, it is. App.wix restaurants. Free work leads to more free work? No, that's not how it works. You just make a couple sites for free to build your reputation, And then when you go to your next client that you want to pay, you say, hey, look at these other real restaurants that I made. And they'll be like, oh, wow, that's really great. How much do you want? Boom. Done. Never ever work for free ever. That's so silly. Don't you can work for yourself for free. That's how every great entrepreneur starts anyways. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Never ever work for free for some random company building their business and their program. Work for free for yourself to build yourself up. But it's okay. Like, you name an hourly price. Hourly is trash because you don't get paid on hard work. And if you want to make more money, you're just going to work really slow, which encourages distrust between you and the client. The client's going to be like, hey, how many hours you got left? How many hours you got left? You know, are you just working slow, or could you have gotten this done faster? Hourly is trash. Never charge hourly. Always give an estimate of how long you think it'll take and a fixed price. That way, and you get 100% upfront. Always 100% upfront, and then offer a refund if they're not satisfied, because otherwise you'll just be dragged around at the end. What about 3D modeling for manufacturing and modeling? Like freelancing 3D modeling? I imagine you would just find game dev places and email them and say, hey, look, room looks clean. I redid my whole room. Thanks for noticing. In India, people won't even agree for a website. They have no desire to have one. Huh. How do you generally charge for maintenance? Yeah, so you usually have one server. You charge yearly, right? So I would be like, this is $600 a year for maintenance, and it actually only costs you like $100 a year. But that's the price of business, right? You know what to do. You know how to fix it. $600 a year. It's either, let's see, I'd be like, it's $75 a month or $600 a year, right? So you encourage them to pay you that lump sum up front again. That's called hustle. What's your daily routine? Wake up, go to the gym, make content. That's about it. This is about to clean my house. Make breakfast. Yeah. How do you explain web hosting to the client? I mean, you say this website has to exist somewhere on a server. I happen to have that server. I'm gladly willing to maintain the server for you and your website, but it's going to cost X amount of time per year. What about 60% up front and 40% when it's done? No, never. Always get all your money up front. 100% up front. That's the deal. Like, unless it's like your first or second project that's paid ever, always 100% up front. Always. Don't do the 33% up front, 33% in the middle, and 33% at the end. Don't do that either. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get clients that are going to be like, well, can you change this color? Can you change this button? Can you move it over here, left and right? I'm not going to pay you until you do it. I'm not going to pay you until you do it. I'm not going to pay you until you do it. Sorry. Please do it again. Not going to pay you. Like, that's what you end up, but like, you don't have time for all this stuff. You don't know how long they're going to go on and on and on, right? And then if you want that money, you're going to have to go and sue them. So just get your money up front and say, if you're not happy with it, I will give you a full refund. Did I deal with back problems? I stretch out at the gym. I evaluate a project for $700, 1 week of work, and at the end it took me 4 weeks. So what you do is, if you wanted to make a simple landing page like this, I'd charge like $1,000. This is pretty simple. This would be like $1,000 probably. And then I'd offer maintenance, maybe $200 a year. And this would take you what? This would take you all of 3 hours to do, maybe? maybe like 1 hour. All right? I wouldn't charge hourly, because if you charge $25 an hour, you'd get this done in an hour. No, that's not how you do it. What if you charge for revisions? Don't do that. Don't sell more of your time like that. Just get all your money up front. That way, if you know that it's going to take you 2 days to do it, and you get it done in 1 day, hey, great, you just made double the money, essentially. Because you did half the work. Asking a client to buy hosting versus buying for them and charging them. It depends on what they want. You say, do you want to maintain full control over your servers and your maintenance? And they're like, whoa, we don't really know how to do that, bro. And you're like, okay, well, I also offer a plan for this, and this is how much it costs. It's almost impossible to get top dollar clients to pay up front. 99% of your competition will get money up front. You'll lose business in them. Probably, unless your brand is on point. For me, I always get all my money up front. Always. That's why you need brand, you need reputation, You want people to come to you. You want to stop competing with your competitors because your brand is just so up there. They don't want, they don't want the competitor. They want Scott Bates, right? We'll pay you whatever Scott Bates wants. And that's why you need a reputation. That's why you need that brand. That's why you need that kick-ass portfolio. So you can make those demands. And because of your name being out there and they know who you are, you don't have to deal with this, oh, but they're undercutting. Like, when to offer a refund? I mean, typically you don't really want to. You offer it, right? If they say we're not satisfied, you say, okay, well, let's look at what we can do to fix this. And they say, well, we're still not satisfied. You say, is there anything I can do to fix it? And they say, no. All right, well, you give a refund. You blacklist that client. You don't want to chase down invoices, because it's it's a lot easier for the client to just be like, you know what, I'm not going to pay, than it is for you to actually get your money. Money up front would be hard at the start. Yeah, of course. That's why maybe your first few projects, 50-50. After that, 100% up front. But still, I don't want to chase down an invoice. This is my money. This is what I can do. You know who I am. This is my brand. This is my reputation. Have a look. If you don't trust me, that's my price. You don't want to pay me, that's fine. I'll get another client, right? You got to have that abundance mentality. When you have options, things get a lot better. But when you're like, oh, please, I really need this client. I really need it, right? But no, if you have a brand, people come to you. You have options. You have choices. When you turn someone down, that's a walking advertisement. People want to give you their money and you say no because you don't want that money from that client or to deal with them. That's an advertisement. Be like, oh, I wanted to pay him and he wouldn't let me. Like, I don't get it, right? People talk about that. You need options. No pay, project goes offline. Sure, but they don't, Does Chinese software contain spyware? I mean, I don't know. Probably spyware. Software that's made in China probably is spyware, yeah. Offline until payment received? Sure, but that still takes, you gotta chase it down, spend your time. Where to go for clients? I just showed you, just go to Google Maps. I can show you again. Next.js versus Gatsby.js for freelance? What, dude, just use Wix or Squarespace or WordPress. Like, why do you need to make something from scratch to make a simple web page like this? Why would you be like, I'll make this in React.js? That doesn't make any sense. Just use what's pragmatic. Use what's going to get it done in the quickest amount of time with the quality that the client is satisfied with. That's all that matters. It's about business and getting it done. It's not about this framework versus that framework. Like, these are businesses that need to make money. How much should you charge for SEO stuff? That's up to you. How to actually get clients. We went through that one already. But we'll go back. Have you thought about doing a TED Talk? That'd be cool if I could. I don't know if anyone... I don't even know what I would talk about. Also, most of the TED Talks are done at colleges. And, like, by and large, like, most degrees are kind of a meme. Like, most. Not like medical or civil engineering, aerospace engineering, like things that you wouldn't trust someone to do without a degree, like web dev, But most of them are done at colleges, and I'm pretty sure most colleges would take offense to me being like, most of your degrees are a meme. But yeah, I would do it. Cheap e-commerce websites. WordPress is free. How do we build a brand, Josh? You got to post valuable content out into the world to try and help people. I would not do Squarespace personally. It was just an example. You use whatever you want. So we'll look around some more. Like Branberry Cross Donuts. Let's see if they have a website. So it looks like they're using places.singleplatform.com. Ty Lopez did a TED Talk. Let that sink. So this isn't even a website for Branberry Cross Donuts. So they don't have a website at all. Zero website. This is trash. This is not good. So what is the first thing that you would tell the client? Like, what is bad about not having a website? Their own website, their own brand website, personal website in 2020, chat. Like, how would you explain this to the client? I'll let you guys write that out, and then I'll tell you what I would say is really, really bad about not having your own website in 2020 and using a third party. If you don't have your own server, you got to rent one. You're here talking like you know 100%. However, tell us experience in freelancing. I bet you are 0 in it. Bro, I walked down to the deli at the end of the road where I live, and I said, hey, this is what I can do for you. And they said, okay, cool. I've also done freelancing video for different cryptocurrency startups. I've done freelance video for where I learned how to be a pilot. I've done freelance video. I like freelance video. Freelance websites, and it's kind of, that's not my thing. You guys could do it, but the concepts are the same. Sir, you have a boomer business without a website. Huh? I don't know. I don't think. No traffic, no business. No brand recognition. Is it better to use my name? Use your name. You are your brand. Check out Memphis restaurant called Agavos. Okay, cool. Hey, thank you for that, by the way. Customers quickly leave if they don't show why their business matters more than others. Daedalus gets it. No, Yates, some guy put the comment telling me that I have no experience. Do you think a bachelor's degree is needed to be a freelance? No. No. Hustle is. This hustle and finesse. Is it better to sell solutions than just services? Do you agree? I think you should sell both. Solutions are kind of one and done deals, but you could charge a SaaS for that. But yeah, I think I agree. But yeah, Daedalus was right. So basically, if you don't have your own personal website, you're missing out when people search your personal website. You're missing out on the control of advertisements and remarketing to your customers. That's a big one. You're missing out on collecting emails. You're missing out on collecting text numbers so that you can text new deals that go out. You're missing out on being able to collect a bunch of information from your clients that you could then leverage to bring them back on demand whenever you want, because the service and platform that you're using right now does not offer any of this. Did you anytime shoot photos from the company products or just use Unsplash? Use Unsplash. Alternative freelance option, if I don't want to do SEO, you could do web dev, you could do video freelance. That's my favorite. I like doing video freelance because that's how people advertise these days. Every ad is a video ad. So that's what I like doing. What would you suggest? An agency website or personal brand for digital marketer? Personal brand. For a little extra, I can even set you up a social media presence and integrate it with your website. Exactly. Yep. What camera are you using? I'm using a Canon EOS R right now. I hope this is valuable to you. I think it's pretty valuable. On net earnings, yeah. There's a lot of potential earnings here at a website that you could be like. You basically need traffic on demand. So if you collect emails, if you collect phone numbers, if you get information from the client, if you make them log in to order with a OAuth like Google or something, you can access their email through the API. Then you can collect that email, and then whenever you're having a great Christmas special for a week, you can bring them in with an email. I don't know how to freelance cybersecurity. It's kind of hard to freelance cybersecurity if you're like pen testing people's sites and you're like, hey, I found some vulnerabilities, because it sounds like the first thing you're going to do is blackmail them. Freelance suggestions for mechanical. It's hard because you have like, you're limited to SolidWorks. If you're going to freelance mechanical engineering, you're going to be stuck with like just being a professional engineer. Like you have to stamp the PE. Like you got to get the PE, you got to stamp your name on blueprints, and I don't know if you want to do that or not, you know. Do you charge in general to view portfolios? You could do it if you want to support the channel. Let me see. Any platforms for cybersecurity and network freelancing? There's not going to be any. You're going to be looking for contract jobs, Gabe. You're going to be going on Indeed, and here, look, let's do it together, chat. I'll show you what freelancing platforms actually are using Indeed.com. But Indeed.com is just a job website, Josh. Here, look, I'm going to show you what this means. It's not actually just jobs. It's freelance too. So I'll type cybersecurity analyst. Oh, you can't see. Just let me get up to date. All right. So here you go. This is for cybersecurity. Cybersecurity analyst, where I just left it open. And then you come down here to job type. Contract right here. Contract is freelance. This is all Upwork is. Upwork.com, Fiverr.com is just contract gigs. That's it. That's all it is. Super simple. So if we click on sort by contract, this is a freelance job technically. This will expire. All of these jobs will expire. This is a freelance job. This is a freelance job, 45 an hour. Contract up to 12 months, right? This is going to be your best option for freelancing for those sorts of things. Does that help, Gabe? Thanks for the 10. But in general, Upwork is just a bunch more random kind of tasks than this. Go back. Actually, who are you, Josh? Sometimes I wonder that myself when I look in the mirror. I'm thinking more about customers. There are some companies that take freelancers, Gabe, so you could work for a company as a freelancer underneath a company. So you'd be a contractor for a contractor. Do you guys know, have you ever heard of Live Overflow, Gabe? Because he does cybersecurity, and he works for a contracting company as a contractor, probably charges like 1,200 euros a day. Something like that. Can remote freelance from Canada? Yes. What up, Brandon? Thanks for being here. Do you manage the WordPress account? I mean the admin page yourself, so you can charge for every small change or give it to customers. You don't want to charge for every small change. That's really annoying to them. You don't want to send an invoice for changing a color of a button. You just have a monthly fee, and it's kind of a, you know, a la carte. Well, no, it's a monthly fee. You charge like extra $20 a month for changes on demand, up to 5 changes or something. Give them a limit. Pilot, entrepreneur, voice actor. Oh, thank Nick Young. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thanks so much for that. I've heard of Live Overflow. Yeah, Live Overflow works for a contracting company. And he just goes from company to company on the daily, and technically he's a freelancer. How much do I need to learn before I can start freelancing? I don't want to depend on anyone but me for my income, dude. I know that feel. How much do you need to know for freelancing? I think the better question to ask is go find a website that you think is trash and ask yourself, could I make this better? And how would I make it better? And do I have the skills to do it? And if you think that you can do it, then go start freelancing. At least, you know, at least try. Each sense. I hope you're doing well as well. If I start out, how do I get my first contract without any project before? So you make up a bunch of projects that are just placeholders, I guess, right? So you make a website for a coffee shop that a coffee shop could use and make it look real. Make a website for a bakery that a bakery could use, make it look real. Make a website for a salon. Make a website for landscapers, right? Have options, have a portfolio, make them look authentic, make them look real. They don't have to be real, but you have something to show your client when you go there and you say, hey, look, these are different types of websites that I can make. This is the quality that I make. Or you can offer to do theirs for free. You should probably do both, right? Because then when you want to get your paid, when you want to get your first paid clients, you want to have at least real companies, right? If they Google your portfolio, they'll see that a few, like, they don't exist. But if you have actually clients that you did for free, they can Google that and see, okay, yeah, this is actually real. But you don't have to say, well, they didn't pay me to do it. I did it for free. Like, obviously, don't say that shit when you go to get a paid client. Like, don't say, I did theirs for free, you know. Scope of AWS. You mean the AWP in CSGO? I can code, but I suck at design. That's okay. You just need to use templates. I mean, honestly, you could get 3 templates right now, and you could say to your client, this is called finessing, okay? It's called finessing. Come with me, chat. Walk with me, chat. Hear me out. So, you like my sock? Thank you. You get 3 templates for a coffee shop just off some website, and you go, I have personally selected a few options that I think would fit great for your website. And you don't say, these were templates that I got for free. Don't say that, because you're going to mess with the templates anyways. You go to the client, you say, these are 3 personally picked ideas that I have for your company. Which one do you like the best, right? That way you're not just endlessly making stuff from scratch. As a freelancer, should I take on more hourly gigs or more fixed price? Always fixed price. Fixed price. Because if you do hourly, you don't get paid for your hard work. If you know that this website is going to take you an hour to do and you charge $50 an hour, are you really going to work just an hour, right? Like, no. What I would do is I would be like, you're paying for the 10 years it took me to learn how to do this. You're not paying for the length of time that I do the work. You're not paying for me to exist. You're paying for my merit. You're paying for my expertise, right? You don't ever want to charge for just existing, because if I hire a plumber to come over to my house, he's going to take his friggin' time because he charges $100 an hour. Of course, he wants to make the most money, so he's going to work really slow. And this incentivizes distrust between you and the client. Whereas if you charge a fixed price up front, you say this is going to be $1,000, and you think it's going to take you 2 weeks to do, well, you get it done in 1 week. Well, now you made $1,000 in 1 week instead of 2 weeks. So not only do you benefit from working hard, because the faster you work, the harder you work, you're done with the project, you have your money. Whereas if you don't manage to get it done in 2 weeks, well, great. Now the customer doesn't have to pay you anymore because you were late, because that's your fault. So it offloads everything onto you, and it benefits you the most. Does that help? Thank you for the 25. Can you review my portfolio? Where should I send the link? Redshade, send it to grindreel@gmail.com. Tag your name in the subject line so I know it's you. Where can I get some good templates for free? Templated.co, HTML5 up. What's the best way to collect monthly payments? Just have it on an auto payment schedule with PayPal. Quick recap. We've talked about so much. How to estimate cost for projects without selling it too low. You never want to throw out a number first. Same with salary, right? So you want to say, let's say you're going to offer $500 to do it. Like, they just have a simple landing page, and you would do it for $500. And you say that to the client, and you say, I'll do this for $500. But the client was expecting to pay between $4,000 and $5,000. That's what you get for not asking their budget first. Someone says, how much money do you want to do this? You say, well, what's your budget? You know, and if they say $4,000 to $500 or $4,000 to $5,000, and you go, oh, okay, yeah, I'll do it for $4,300. When you were expecting to do it for $500, you know, you never want to throw your number out there. You're going to sell yourself short. You got to figure out their numbers first. And then honestly, it benefits you, because what if they have no budget, right? What if you were going to charge $500 and they're like, we have like $75 budget right now? Yeah, walk away. Don't do that. Do you think freelancing can replace some jobs? Freelancing, I mean, yeah, probably, yeah. Thanks, Redshade. How do I find freelance gigs? Freelancer, too much competition. Contract jobs on Indeed.com. I guess they will not tell you their budget. Yes, they will. It's not a job. It's a company that needs your help. They say, well, right now our budget's like $2,000. Could you work with that? Yeah, I could work with that. Simple. You don't have to. It's not like a salary negotiation where the company is going to be like, well, we know how much money you want and this is how much money we want to pay you. It's not like that. The company is a company they're running. They're just like, probably we have like maybe $2,000, $3,000 for this. Can you make it work in that budget? It's not so much like, there's a little bit of a game with freelance, but it's not like corporate where you're both trying to get the best deal out of each other. Freelance is more like you created an opportunity. Nice lighting. Hey, thanks. What if they ask you back how much? Then you say, well, I need to know that we're on the same page in terms of money. So I need to know if I can make my services work within your budget. What's your budget? Pretty simple. What do I say to someone that tells me I'm not professional enough? The professional is subjective. It's like every person's professionalism is different. Professional just means you get paid to do something. So it doesn't have anything to do with your etiquette, really. It just means you get paid to do something. If you call your competition and pretend to be a customer and find out what they're offering, their sales pitch, and how much they're charging, is that unethical? No, that's called hustle, bro. That's hustle. If you call your competition and you're like, hi, I'm a client and I'd like to, have a website from you guys, just so that you see how much they charge, so that you can undercut them. That's just real life. How's that unethical? People do that all the time. I don't know if you've ever played World of Warcraft, but like, just go post something on the auction house. 2 seconds later, somebody's going to undercut you, right? You look at what everyone else is selling it for, and then you make your deal. But in real life, you have a brand, so you can charge because of the brand and because of your quality. Like in WoW, you just sell the item. But it's the same concept. That's just hustle. You think McDonald's, or you think like Burger King didn't send undercover agents to work at McDonald's so that they could figure out McDonald's secret fry recipe? Because they did. That's a real thing. Burger King hired people to go into McDonald's and work as customers or work as employees so that they could see if they could figure out the secret McDonald's fry recipe. You think that's unethical? I think that's just smart. That's just hustle, right? It's like Willy Wonka. It just makes it look unethical in Willy Wonka, but I would do it. I think that's smart. That's big brain. Where'd you say you can get templates from? Should you set up an LLC or something if you're freelancing? I assume that's the case. Edward, you absolutely need an LLC. The reason is because if you're a sole proprietor, you are your business assets, and your business assets are your personal assets. As soon as you make $1 and the company that paid you that $1 decided, hey, that's trash, we're suing you, and they win, they can take your personal assets of whatever the value is that they want. They can take your house, they can take your car. Whereas if you have an LLC, they can only take what your LLC has. So they have to sue the LLC because the LLC did the work. Whereas if you're sole proprietor, you did the work. So they can take what you have. So you need an LLC. It's like a shield. You're this is the shield, and you're doing the business back here, but they can only sue this. Work as customers. I mean, they probably got promoted to customers. These alerts and donation setup, did you get it immediately or have to be YouTube partner? YouTube partner, I think you have to be able to get donations, but you could still get donations with a PayPal link. Super Chat is actually worse than PayPal. They take 35% of Super Chat, but thank you anyways. I own a small startup social media site and I'm a university student. Should I list myself as the founder of my own site in my resume? No, put that you work for your site. Put that you're developer part-time or something. Don't put that you're a founder. Don't put that you're an owner. Don't put that you're a CEO or a CTO. The reason is because imagine if you owned a company and someone that was founder of a company came and applied to your company. You'd be like, what? You already have your own company. What's up? Well, they're going to assume a few things. You're just trying to work at their company to side hustle some money for your own company, so you're not actually going to give the company you're applying to 100% full attention, or you suck as a founder and CTO and you're desperate and you're running out of money, so you need money, right? It doesn't look good when you make yourself a CTO. If a CEO applied to your job, you'd be like, bro, you're a CEO. What do you need to work here for? If you make enough money, should you hire a UI UX designer? No, just use templates and learn design. Design is not something that's strictly design isn't something that's restricted to artsy people. You can learn UI and UX. I can't draw for shit. I can't model, but I have an eye for design because I've developed it. I just go look at what's modern on awards.com. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that. Awards. Right there. Should you wait till till you get your first $400 before buying an LLC? It's up to you. I would just make an LLC. It's like $100 to make an LLC, except for California. California's trash. Don't make it LLC in California. It's $500 a year to renew. It's like $800 to open it. Nevada used to be good. It's also trash. It's $500 a year to renew. Garbo, Wyoming or Delaware. That's where I have mine. Mine's in Wyoming. Delaware is also good. You can learn all of that from my entrepreneurship course if you like. I show you how to open it, make an S Corp, differences between S Corp, C Corp, sole proprietor, why you need one, why you wouldn't want one, etc., etc., etc. I was asked to work 14 hours a day. How should I answer such a question? You should just look at him like he's crazy. And they just don't respond.
Wait, what country?
Probably India.
Yeah, that's typical. Not good, but typical.
How to come up with good UI designs? Just learn from awards.com. LLC is a single person company. It can be. It can be multiple people. Awards.com. Can a Canadian register an LLC in the States? Yes, you can. You can make one in Wyoming. Is it better to use freelancing sites or try to get reputation and let customers come to you instead? If you don't make a reputation for yourself, if you don't make a brand for yourself, you're never going to be able to make it out of the competition zone and the undercut zone. Because if you don't have a brand, if you don't have a name, if you aren't known to do something in the field, people aren't going to come to you. They're going to go to the guy who's just cheaper than you. If you're a no-name, Mr. Nobody, on Upwork.com with another Mr. Nobody, and you're both offering the same service, who do you think they're going to pick? They're going to pick the dude that's just cheaper, that might have a little bit more projects to his name, because brand. If you're the guy who's like, hey, look, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is what I'm about, here's my history, I made it public, everyone can vouch for me, versus this guy, Mr. No Name, they're going to pick you. Unless they're just a cheap, shitty company, then they're going to pick this guy and they're going to get what they pay for. What do you think about working for X Team? No. Stay focused and meet deadlines? Probably. No. Do you need an address in Wyoming to register? You need a registered agent. So yeah, you do need an address. You need someone to represent your company in the state that you want to open it in. This is known as a registered agent, but then you'll also probably have to get a foreign entity registration unless you're outside the United States. But so for example, I have a foreign entity registration. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little paper on my wall right there above my finger. That's my foreign entity registration that tells Utah that I'm doing business in Utah, but my company is actually in Wyoming. So anyways, there you go. It's right there. Right? Go buy that. I tell you everything. How was your 4th? It was good. Sean, how was yours, man? I didn't do anything. I just worked. If I'm not from the US, how do I collect feedback from the people that you make free projects for? Is there any benefits to having a portfolio before working with companies? Yeah, absolutely, because you can show them what you can do. If a company says, okay, yeah, we'll consider working with you, what can you do? What, are you just going to talk about what you can do? Because talk is cheap, bro. You got to have portfolio. You mentioned to not use LLC in Canada. Would you instead? No. Don't open a business in California. Don't open a business in California at all. That's just trash because it's too expensive. Taxes are too high. Open a business somewhere else. It cost me $50 a year to renew my business in Wyoming. Actually, I got to do it. I forgot. California's $500. Doesn't matter if it's LLC. Doesn't matter if it's S Corp. It's just a business entity. It's like $500. So if your LLC got sued, would you have to go to the state you opened it for and for the court? No. That's why you have a foreign entity registration. I mean, it's actually between you and the client or whoever's suing you. What do you really need a registered agent for, though? How do they help you? So if you want to open a business in another state where you don't live, you have to have an address there. The registered agent is like, hey, I'll be your address. People actually have entire side hustles just being a registered agent.
That's a great idea.
Hold on, we got some spammers.
Oh, sorry. I'll try.
Looking 10% more professional. Hey, thanks. I'll take that 10%. Why would anyone establish a business in California? Dude, it's so expensive. I don't know. People probably just don't know, maybe. Do you want to leave Utah? I just want to not live in Salt Lake City. Is contract work the same thing as freelancing? Yes. How do you gain trust on freelance immediately? Your ability to communicate. Finesse, I guess that's the word I would say. You got to be able to finesse as a freelancer. You got to be able to be on the spot. Like, you have to be able to have conversations, and when those hard questions come up that are like, how much money do you want? And they just look it directly in the eye and they say, how much money do you want for this project? And you say, oh, it's funny you asked that, because I was actually wondering the budget, because I have a few different ideas, a few different plans we could go with this. What were you thinking in terms of budget? You have to be able to think on your feet. That's how you get trust, being able to communicate. Finesse. Would love to be a registered agent, but I live in Illinois. There's people that open businesses in Illinois. You could do it. It's a silly side hustle, but like the dude that registers, that is my registered agent. Like, I don't know his name. I don't know anything. I just have an address with him. I wonder how many other businesses have an address with him. This dude's like a representative for like 500 businesses. Do you pay registered agents separately, or are they kind of part of the deal? They're part of the package deal. I show you how to do it. It's in there. I show you how to open an LLC, how to get a registered agent, how to get a foreign entity, how to convert your LLC to an S Corp, how to get an EIN, which is an employee identification number, how to open a business bank account, how to do business expensing, what you can and can't business expense, all of it. It's all in there. But I'm happy giving the goods here. It's all good. Support it if you want. Hate shilling. Has ever someone, I like your service and saw your website. Do you want me to make it look professional? Oh, yeah, people emailed me and said, Josh, Grindr.com looks like ass. And the reason is because it's made on Gumroad. But Gumroad's a great, simple e-commerce solution. So whatever, I don't care what it looks like. And customers usually don't care what it looks like. They know what they want when they go there and they buy it. I can look at the page view time. Every time someone goes to the website to buy something, I know that they already knew what they wanted. Doesn't matter what the bounce rate is. Is freelance better option right now for entry level? I think entry level is kind of a meme. Who gets to decide what entry level is? There's entry level senior devs. Just think about that. Like, there's a level at some company that says this is the low end of a senior dev, and this is a senior dev. Entry level is kind of a meme. Why don't you like Salt Lake City? It's polluted, dude. The air quality is so trash. It's crowded. There's a bunch of homeless people in my backyard all the time. Twitch says you're offline. Yeah, I can't do Ostream. All right, so look, I'm gonna show you guys. We're gonna look at some more clients that we could. Well, I'm not gonna do it. You guys can do it. Hub and Spoke Diner. Here, let's jump into this. Actually, hold on. I gotta move my chat over so I can read. Simon, thank you for the $1, bud. I'm stuck in a call center. How do I get out? Dude, I probably drive Uber before I work in a call center. I mean, driving Uber right now is kind of trash, but like, can I open an LLC in the States from Venezuela? Yep. Sure can. Should I become a pilot or a computer science? Pilot's probably not like fantastic right now. Do you want to sit in a cubicle all day? Computer science. Do you want to fly airplanes? Be a pilot. They're both corporate. If I had to do it again, I'd probably just... No, I'd still go computer science so that way I could learn the skills and make my own business. Making your own business as a pilot, what are you going to do? You're going to get investor money to buy a 747 so that you can make your own airline? Like, you have a higher chance of being an entrepreneur as a computer science major than a pilot. Josh, you gonna buy a plane? Yeah, dude, I want to. How can I get work if all work requires 4 years experience? 4 years experience. Experience requirements are a meme. Ignore them. Always apply. Okay, so let's go back to finding some more freelance clients. So as you can see, Hub and Spoke Diner. This looks like a hip artsy cafe for hipsters probably. So here's their website. Let's go see what it looks like. Is it trash? That's the next question. Confirmed, this website is trash. How would you guys fix this? So this is a potential client right now, Hub and Spoke Diner. Garbage website. 400% garbage. Request for donation. Open 7 days a week from 8 to 9. Bro. Order online. So they don't even, okay, so right here you could save them a lot of money just by making them up, like use a WordPress plugin that enables people to order online. I'm scared because I don't feel ready. What's your opinion on this? Vitor, if you're finishing a bootcamp and you're not ready, you're just like a college student. No college student feels ready when they get their degree. No bootcamp graduate feels ready when they graduate. SDC video. Hey, thanks, man. So if you could just make like a, like let's look at WordPress plugins for order online. Let's look at this. RestroPress right here. So if you could make this company a WordPress and then you use this plugin called RestroPress, now you have kept all of their ordering on their own website and you have added value. Big time. And that took like all of 2 seconds. So we clicked on order online and it took us to an external website called toasttab.com. No, you don't want to do that. You don't want traffic to leave the original website. It's not good. No good. Bad. You want to keep them on the website. Because then you can control the upsells, you can control the remarketing, you can control the email collecting. You want to keep them on your own website. So the fact that number one, order online takes you to toasttab.com is ass. So we would go make a WordPress. We'd get RestroPress, integrate this into their own website. People can order and stay on their own website, and then they can control upsells and deals and coupons without having to use all these other garbo third parties. So this is a good example of a site you could freelance. Like what was this made with? Squarespace. This website was made with Squarespace, still ass. But Squarespace doesn't support restaurant stuff, I guess. In case you guys missed, it's no good. It's no good. Very bad. You can't compare WordPress plugins with some website that allow a restaurant to sell food on their platform. They get clients from the websites, but I agree the website's trash. That's only if people are using this website. If people are like, oh, I'm going to go to ToastTab today and see what's for sale in Salt Lake City. Who the fuck does that? Nobody's going to do that. Yes, toasttab.com already has a bunch of people on their website, but it's because people went to the restaurant first. They said, oh, how do we order from this restaurant? Oh, it takes us to ToastTab. Okay, I guess we're on ToastTab now. It's not like Udemy where people are just always on there looking for some new things. It's not. Nobody does that. Nobody's going to go to ToastTab and just browse around. What's Salt Lake City? Have you ever heard of ToastTab? That's what I thought. It's just some online ordering thing that gets integrated. Belgian freelancer, how would you go international? What country would you choose to make the most money? US, for sure. You're going to make the most money in the US. Yeah, you would say that you can pay me as a W-8, J Nacho. So if you're outside the United States and you want to proposition a company inside of the United States to work for them, you would say, hey, pay me as a W-8 freelancer. W-8 contractor. How would you contact Hub and Spoke to get them to hire you? I'd walk in. I'd say, hey, look, I had some food here the other day. Oh, it was absolutely delicious. And then I wanted to order some more for my friends to try it out. And I went on to online ordering and I noticed it took me to toasttab.com. And I was wondering why it did that. Why don't you just order through your own webpage? And they would say, oh, well, that's because I think we use Squarespace and they didn't allow that. And you'd be like, oh, cool. Well, I actually happen to be a dev. And if you'd be willing, I'd be open to maybe talking about how to keep all this traffic on your website where you can control your remarketing and upsells and then have traffic on demand whenever you sell a new food, something like that, right? I'm just winging it right now, but that's what you would do. Or you could call them, and then last but not least, email, but you're going to get put to spam. If you incorporate, do you pay taxes in the state that you're incorporated in or the state where you live and operate? The state where you live and operate. And okay, well, let me pause there. If you open it in Wyoming or Delaware, some states make you pay tax to the state where your business is, even though you're not doing business in that state. Wyoming and Delaware do not do that. But like, I don't know which states, but I know some states are like, hey, buddy, you opened a business in our state, but you live in Utah doing business over there. Hey, but you still got to pay us taxes, even though you don't live here or do work here. That's trash. Stay away from those. It'd be the same for... Who would you contact at Hub and Spoke? I wouldn't contact Hub and... Oh, wait. Who would you contact at Hub and Spoke? I'd contact whoever I could talk to. I'd say, well, could I have the manager's number? Could I have your IT department's number? Could I have the guy who made this website for you's number? I would say, here's what I can do. I wouldn't never say, call me back. Think about it and call me back. No, don't walk away, because they're not going to call you, bro. It's not gonna work. Could you explain W8 Freelancer? What does that mean, taxes? It means that they just pay you the money flat, and you have to do your own taxes. But the W8 part means that you're not in the U.S. I don't know if you've ever heard of W9, but a W9 is a contractor that's inside of the United States working for a U.S. company. A W8 is someone that's outside of the United States working for a U.S. company. But it's the same thing. They're going to send you a paper. You fill it out that says what country you live in, your personal identification number, whatever you have in your country. You send it back. And so when the IRS goes to that business and says, hey, we noticed that you spent a bunch of money on this business expense here. Where did this go? Because you don't live in the U.S. You don't have a U.S. tax number. So they would go, oh, look, I have this W-8 form right here. I paid a Belgian freelancer. Here's all his information. You have a treaty with the EU, so go figure it out. And that keeps that company safe from the IRS being like, oh, sure, you business expensed it to some guy that did services, that some guy that lives outside the U.S. Does that help, Jay Nacho? Thanks for the 5. Estonia e-residency. Thoughts on a business using that? I have no idea. I didn't know about it. W8 BEN, yeah. What do you think is the best reseller hosting? I have no idea. Yeah, if you operate through a company file, W8. What would you charge them for the plugin and the website? The plugin is free, so why would you say I'm charging you for the plugin? I would just say this is the price to have this service. What would I charge? I'd have to figure out how much money they have to spend. I'm not going to be like, I'll do it right now for $1,500 when they were about to be like, but we have a budget of $3,000. Oh, $1,500? Yeah, do it for $1,500. Never give your number first. Any foreigner can create an LLC in the US. I mean, not if you're like in North Korea. What business expense is exactly? It means necessary and ordinary expenses to run your company. So for example, if I buy a new camera because I do YouTube, at the end of the year, when they say this is how much money you made, I get to deduct the cost of things that I spent to do business, and then whatever I have left is what I pay taxes on. So this is what rich people do. Rich people spend everything they make, so they don't pay any taxes. Just go look at Amazon. Amazon still pays taxes for payroll tax and contractor. Well, they don't pay they pay payroll tax, state tax, but generally they spend everything they make. They reinvest it back with more robots to automate the people that are in warehouses right now that think their job's going to last forever. What if they refuse to give the number first? I mean, they just walk away, dude. It's not like... You gotta freelance with clients that you want to work with, dude. Don't just be like, hey, asshole, tell me how much money you have. Like, don't make it like that. Just, I don't want to tell you how much money that I want to spend on this website because I want you to do it for cheap. Why the fuck would you want to work for somebody like that? Like, okay, if that's fine, you keep your shitty website. I'm gonna go get a different client who's not an asshole. If they don't give their number first, you're not negotiating a salary. It's like turn clients away. That's a bigger advertisement than actually doing the work. Why is Freelancer course closed? I gotta add some stuff to it. You can always count a secure number and give your estimate. Nah, nope, don't do that, because sometimes You search on stream for CyberArk consultant, which would take as a freelancer at a good company. Wait, what? Thanks for 25. Let's look at it. Why would you charge a client before or after you've done the work? I mean, you always get your money up front because you don't want to chase invoices. You don't want to do the work and then wait to get paid. That's like trash. That's not how life works as a self-employed. Like if someone wants to do a one-on-one with me, the price is $400. I'll tell you everything I know. You can pick my brain for 2 hours. But I'm not going to be like, here's 2 hours of my time. Okay, so let me get that $400. Hey, man. Hey, let me get that 400. Hey, hey, before you end the call and I can never contact you again or sue you because I don't have any information from you, let me get that 400. No, you always get your money up front, especially if you're selling things like your time. How much of your course is applicable to Canada for LLC? For business stuff? The business stuff is all for the US, but you can open a business in Wyoming if you're in Canada, and then the rest of it applies to you. The US is horrible for taxes? Dude, the US is fantastic for taxes. That's why all the rich people live here. Do you have your own business? I sure do. It's Grind Reel. That's what you see in all the memes. Grinder Eel, sorry. Isn't that the dating app? Yeah, it's that. It's the dating app. Okay, hold on. Let's look at CyberArk Consultant. Would you recommend a free trial? It depends. If you have a service, you can offer a free trial. But like generally, the people that offer free trials are like, you must enter your card information for the free trial. And the reason that they offer free trials is because people forget to cancel their card. So that's kind of like, how flexible are your morals, I guess? I mean, like, if you don't take the money up front, you don't know if they take it seriously. Exactly. Yep. When HR asks how much do you want to make, what is the right answer? Whatever you make plus like 30%, and then you say
10 or 15,000.
Yeah, like so if you're making like 50K, you want to go in the interview and they say, how much money do you want to make? You say, well, I'd like to make 70,000 and stay right where I'm at. Boom, $20,000 raise right there.
20,000's a little.
Bro, you made double.
It's out. Yeah, but I switched industries. 10 to 15 is what you're gonna land at.
Why is US better for taxes? Because you do your own taxes and you can business expense tons of stuff. You can own nothing but control everything. So like being a business owner in the US is friggin' fantastic. Being an employee in the US, ass. Being an employee in the EU, great, fantastic. They'll take care of you. You get all kinds of unemployment benefits and stuff. Being a business owner in the EU, hey, you taxes on taxes on taxes on taxes on taxes on taxes. Like, ugh. In the US, it's a free-for-all, right? If you can manage to make it work in your benefit, why wouldn't you want to live here? You just broke your girl? Yeah, she's a bro. She's 100%, she's a bro. Oh, sorry, Milady.
Oh, geez.
Milady? Looks so beautiful today. Wow, your hair is so curly.
No.
Let me just simp for you real quick on stream. Don't worry. All right, so this is CyberArk. You were asking something about CyberArk over here. Tips for freelancing while having a full-time dev job. Don't get caught because you'll probably get fired. They probably don't have they probably have a moonlighting clause. What website builder should I use to build a portfolio? Just use GitHub Pages. So is this like a careers, like you work here? Uh-huh. Okay. So what do we do? Do we type in like cyber in here? Best hosting for affiliates? What? The company pays benefits. What? This is some sort of non-free healthcare? Yeah, pretty much. Thoughts on day trading and living abroad? Day trading is gambling. Unless you're a guru. Then, of course, then day trading is... I'll teach you how to make $13,000 a day every day. Look at my Lambo. Look at my Bitcoin. Look at my Instagram of all these rich places that I went. I promise I know what I'm talking about. That's what I think of when someone says, what do you think of day trading? I don't know, it looks okay, I guess. Udemy or Treehouse? Treehouse is like Udemy with a subscription. So, it's up to you. Like on Udemy, you get one course from one teacher. On Treehouse, you get lots of different courses from lots of different teachers. Best way to become rich? Sell how to become rich. Yeah, I mean, like in 2020, just become a guru. Any money in writing poetry? Unless not really, unless you have a brand. It all comes down to marketing. For artsy stuff, how tall are you? 6'2". I can teach you how to lose at day trading. Does that count for a course? Yes, absolutely. Make it, sell it, print it, ship it. Experience of team leader must. Jay Nash, what exactly did you want me to look at here? I'm confused. Is freelancing better than jobs, internships? Yes. Always yes. You control your rates. You control who you work for. You control what work you do. Best way to be rich, be born rich. That's true. That's facts. Have you tried being born into a silver spoon family? Because I don't remember last time I tried. Are no-name owned Udemy courses worth building? The only reason that you post on Udemy is to collect emails. Every time someone enrolls into your free course, you get their email. He doesn't like the idea of day trading. The Paul, I agree. So like I used to do some swing trading on Robinhood. But it was only for fun. It was like with Amazon and Tesla and like Nvidia back when crypto was super hot. Everybody was mining, so Nvidia was really high. I lost money through day trading. You and 99% of other people usually. If you resell clothes, for example, do you still have to pay the sales tax? Yes. Yes, you do. Oh, the Dave Ramsey method. Are jobs in Silicon Valley worth it? I mean, decide where you want to live and then decide if the job is worth it. Don't decide this is the job I want. I guess I'll live there. Like, live your life before you live your job. You know what I mean? You only get one. So don't just be like, oh, this is the best job, but I guess I have to live in the middle of nowhere doing nothing where there's absolutely nothing to do, but I get paid decent, so that's good. But I still have to spend my time that I'll never get back in this shithole. Like, decide where you want to live, decide what kind of life you want, and then decide what you want to do to finance it. Don't make your job your priority in life. Like, it sounds a little backwards. I get it. You get what I'm saying. You don't want to live to work. You want to work to live. You said they ask for U.S. residents or visa sponsorship so we can commute to their office, but there are way many jobs that require that and are remote. Yeah, there are a lot of people that require sponsorship that are remote because probably some clearance or the fact that they just don't want to work with people outside of the U.S. Just because they can doesn't mean they have to. They want a U.S. resident, I guess. How many good jobs are in crappy towns? Dude, there's a lot of good jobs in crappy towns. A lot. Usually they're like factories. Yeah, usually they're just like in the middle of nowhere factories that produce something, and then you work for that factory, but you live like you don't, not a lot to do there, but you're making a lot of money, so I guess that's good. Probably have a nice little nest egg saved up. How to count time or hours while freelancing. Don't sell your time. Never sell your time. Selling your time is the dumbest thing in the world. If you sell your time, think about this. You don't get paid on work. You don't get paid on what you know. You don't get paid on your skill level. You just get paid on existing. Why would you ever want to sell your life and get compensated for just existing? I want to get compensated for what I know. I want to get compensated for how hard I work. I want to get compensated for all of the time it took me to learn how to get this good. I don't want to get compensated just by existing. Oh, another hour went by. Okay, made some money. All right, how do I make more money? I guess I just wait. Like, what kind of... Never sell your time. Always sell up front. This is project price. How much have you earned in freelance so far? I mean, my entire life is freelance right now, so... What percentage of your income comes from YouTube? Maybe like 50. By becoming a guru, do you mean becoming a scammer? I mean, that's the meme. All the gurus that are like, I can teach you to be rich. Buy my course on how to be rich. Oh, by the way, this is how I got rich. What sources? Yeah, you want to go to Indeed for contract. How do you convince clients that your services are better than website builders? Just because your client can use a website builder doesn't mean they're good at using the website builder. Like, there's a lot of people that you could say, all right, well, they might be like, well, I'm just going to use Wix. I'm just going to use Squarespace. Why do I need to pay you? Let me show you something. This site right here that you're looking at, this was made with Squarespace. Just because Squarespace and Wix exist doesn't mean that they have any idea what the fuck they're doing, as you can clearly see. Look at this. This is trash. You sell them what you can do, your skill, your ability. If they could do it themselves, great, go do it yourself, but look at what you get, you know? How do you know what's acceptable price for the project? That's up to you, I guess. If someone has an easy project, or that's easy to you, you know it's going to take you an hour and they're willing to pay $5,000 for it, hey, great, take it, right? Someone said, how tall are you? I'm 6'2". How do you become a proactive freak? I don't know what that means. Wix is crappy. Wix is pretty good for e-commerce and like digital products. Like, I would build a Wix over a Shopify. I'd build a Wix over a Squarespace. When it comes to like digital downloads, e-commerce stuff, like knowledge products, like stuff that I sell, I would use Wix, no problem. That's fine. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll get sponsored. Because I think pragmatically, it doesn't make any sense to be like, hold on, let me make my e-commerce site from scratch and keep it updated every single month and then do all of the hosting and services. No, I just use Wix and make money and continue making products and keep moving on with my life. I don't have time to brag about making an e-commerce site from scratch. Doesn't make any sense. You go ahead, you spend 6 months, you make your e-commerce site from scratch, and I'm going to be making money. Thanks. Okay. WordPress is great. Aren't Wix web pages poorly optimized for performance? It depends on the person. Missed my super chat? I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Do you like YouTubing? It's great, Reeve. If you freelance, you are selling your time. Your time from the past. You mean you had to spend the time to know what you... I mean, in a way, but you're not selling your time in the future. Everyone is selling their time. Like, everyone spent time to get good, but that you're not selling... You're not getting paid by time. Like, when you're selling your time, you're getting paid by the time that goes by. That's what I mean. WooCommerce is fantastic, Troy. That's what I used for a while. Why does everyone care about your height? Everyone thinks I'm like 5'4", bro. I don't get it.
You look short right now.
Everyone's, yeah, I guess because I hunch, right? So everyone thinks I'm like short. Look, I'm not. I'm not short, fam.
The extra long bed.
Like,
So that you fit.
Look, bro. Touch the ceiling. It's not a problem.
Stand in the doorway. That's what matters.
Okay. I'm back. Nothing wrong with an e-commerce site from scratch in the portfolio. Shows a lot of fundamentals with coding. Do you think your client knows what the fuck that even means, Bobby? You think, oh, look, client, please look at my fundamentals with coding. Look, I made it from scratch. As you can see, I used Gatsby, and then I used this other thing, and this other. They're going to be like, I don't give a fuck. Just make my website so I can make money. They don't care. Why would you do that? Please have a look at all of my code that I made from scratch that you probably have no idea what any of this means, but just trust me, it's really good. Why would you do that? You gotta be pragmatic. You gotta be practical. They don't care. Just make the thing so that they can make more money. Miniature room, true. Tips for applying as a remote intern. Don't apply to internships. Step number 1. Step number 2, apply to actual jobs as a W-8 contractor.
Oh, a remote internship would be good though if you have to have one for school. Never heard of that.
You're like Dr. Disrespect, doesn't look tall, but he's 6'8". Yeah. Any girl for chat, message me. Bro, take that thirst into, like, go to, like, my free cams or something, bro. Calm down. Should you ever scale your brand and hire people down the road and make it like a company? It's up to you. Personally, I don't want to manage people. I don't like it. The ceiling is 6'5". True. Okay, look, let's find another company. This is how you find, let's find some more clients. You guys can like call these clients and whatever if you want, but I'm just gonna show you how to do it. How do you find clients and get started? Let's do another one. Take a look at the desktop. We got the Village Inn. This looks like a really old restaurant. Straight out of the 50s, but like that bacon and eggs look good though. Okay, let's go back for a moment. Let's look villageinn.com. Why is HR lady not on camera? She's working. Call them a phone salesman? You don't... You gotta finesse, bro. You can't call and be like, hey, I looked at your website and it was garbage. Oh, by the way, I happen to be a web developer and I can make it great. Do you mind if I email you my website and like you can call me back and tell me what you think? Don't do that. No, you gotta finesse, bro. You gotta talk to them. You gotta convince them why your services are good, but then like why you want to help them. Because you gotta relate to them. You can't just come in and be like, hey, this is trash, but I can make it not trash. And I know that sounds like a tempting offer. So I'm going to have to charge you $2,500 a minute. No, you got to relate to them. This website is not that bad. It's pretty modern. Village Inn is a franchise. Okay, that's why. The Blue Plate Diner. They don't have a website. That's a big problem. That's big trash. So a buzzy mom and pop diner. How come they don't have, they have a Facebook page? Okay, so this is how you go to this company. Does something define what you have to business expense? Yeah, yes, absolutely. You can't just business expense everything. I can't business expense my groceries. I can't business expense buying my dog toys. I can't business expense 100% of my car or my phone or my internet.
I got an idea.
What?
500,000 subs, and I'll measure you with a measuring tape.
500K subs and someone will measure how tall I am? Okay.
Yeah. I like it.
So this is their website, the Blue Plate Diner Facebook page with 8,000 likes. Wow, that's really great. But you should also have a website where people can order online. That's not good. So we need to make it clear to them why they need a website. So what I would do is I would drive over there, but it's about to close, but I drive over there, let them know. Your CPA says otherwise. You can business expense a percentage of your mortgage, not all of it. My dad tried to business expense our deck renovation. You're allowed to business expense like maintenance to your house and certain things, but like a deck renovation. Can you imagine the IRS auditors come out? Oh, excuse me, sir. Could you explain how this brand new furnished wooden deck helps you reinvest back in your business? Like, this is really bad. Like, it has a lot of Google reviews. Clearly, it's very popular. Why don't they have any email collecting? Why don't they have any text message marketing? Why don't they have any online ordering? Why do you have to go to Facebook or TripIt? Like, what is this even? Come on. You could make them so much more money. You should email them right now and tell them how much money they're missing out on because people can't order online and then go pick up their food, especially in the times like we're in right now. Why would this? There's no online ordering for Blue Plate Diner. They're missing out on money. They don't do deliveries. Online order means you order it, they prepare it for you, you go pick it up. You know how many people are like, oh, if I could just order it and go pick it up, that'd be so much easier than if I had to go there and order it and wait. Like, this is what defines freelancing, what we're doing right now. We're thinking of all the ways that they could benefit from our services based on what we know. We're thinking about how we could add value. So we send them an email and we say, hey, this is what you're missing out on. This is why it's important. And this is what you would have if you had these things, potentially. And if you're interested, I'd be happy to do it for you.
That's also basic consulting.
Yeah, that's it. A restaurant who wants to keep a low profile 6 hours a day, but it's 7 days a week. If they want to keep a low profile, this is Utah. They'd be closed on Sunday. Like, they're open 7 days a week. Okay, someone hit me with the 5. All right, let's look at it. Can people call and order and pick up? I mean, they could, right? But there's no website, so you're gonna make me go to your Facebook and see what you have? Are you serious? Let me go to your website and see what you have on your menu. Let me order online on my phone. I don't want to call it. Like, I'm sure we've all been in a mood where just like, I don't want to talk to anyone. I just want to order my food and go get it and come back and watch Netflix. But you can't do that. You gotta call. Yeah, you gotta interface with somebody when you get there. Yeah, that's my food. Yeah, the name's Josh. Okay, thank you. But like, you get what I'm saying. Is it not hard to make a shopping cart page over a standard static page? I just use WordPress with WooCommerce, or just use Wix with digital downloads or something. I don't know. People could just do the digital download option, and then the company would get an order for whatever that thing was. So like, you could just use digital downloads for online ordering. So you could make a vanilla ice cream be $5, and then you order the $5 ice cream. That $5 ice cream payment gets sent and registered, and then the receipt gets sent to the person responsible, and they look at their new email, and then boom, new email with new order. Okay, I guess I have to make vanilla ice cream. It'd be pretty simple. Why is having a restaurant site better than using Grubhub? You want to use both. Not everyone that's on Grubhub is going to find this. Freelance job search equals like sales. Yeah, I mean, if you can sales, if you can market, if you can build a brand, if you can do your skill and your trade, you win. Why would you ever work a job? I think the reason most people work a job is because they don't want to do the sales part. They don't want to do the marketing part. They don't want to have to come up with a product that will possibly fail. And if it does fail, they don't want to have to try again until they do succeed. That's why people don't open their own business. But I can tell you that it's worth it if you can make it worth it. If you can stick it through. All right, let me find that link. Sorry, I got distracted. How would a Belgian freelancer find a contract here? Okay, let's look. This is fairly straightforward. Wait, what? So this is cybersecurity jobs, right? So they might not want to hire outside the US for some jobs because of security clearance. But you would just apply, and then you would say, I'm open to being a W-8 contractor. And they'd be like, oh, we didn't even consider a W-8 contractor. Do you have a tier list of skills and professions that you'd rank in order of income potential? Dev, to be able to make products and sell your skills or teach your skills. So like with web dev, you can do a bunch of things. You can make web apps, you can make phone apps, you can make games, you can make things, right? You can make things. You can produce things that didn't exist and put them out into the world. But before that, you still need marketing, because if you can make the greatest thing ever, it doesn't matter if you can't market it and get people to see it, right? Attention is the new world currency, not money. You can get money with attention. If you have attention, you win. That's all it really comes down to. So marketing and branding, sales, so that you can convince the person to spend the money, like copywriting and ability to basically just finesse and talk to people in the moment and have those conversations. And then probably dev. I don't know if that helps. David. What's up, Shane? Still no contact from the dad, if you're wondering. What's your favorite breakfast food? Probably just eggs and bacon. Oh, okay, French toast. You got me. Know any credible SEO guys? I have no idea. My brand isn't really SEO friendly. Nobody's gonna search up grind reel, right? They might accidentally type Grinder in if they're looking for the dating app on their desktop or something. I don't know. How does the shopping cart work? Do you get 100% of the earnings? PayPal takes a percentage, but the shopping cart doesn't have anything to do with the money that you get. When you sell something, do you get 100% of the profit? Usually there's a fee. Stripe charges a fee. It's like 3%. PayPal charges a fee. It's like 8%. Sometimes like Gumroad takes 3%. But yeah, you get 100% after that. What's the chance of getting a freelance job as a game dev? You're going to be a contractor. So Fortnite did this. Epic Games did this. They hired a bunch of game dev contractors. And they were freelancers, technically. Is pineapple pizza the best pizza? I mean, I'll eat it because it's pizza, but I wouldn't choose it, you know? You can't discriminate against pizza. Do you and HR do intermittent fasting? Not really. Oh, today we're starting a new diet. Today is day 1 of Operation Shred. So I'm getting a little thick boy, like with the three C's thick. Shane, you remember? Yeah, dude, I remember. I remember everybody in the stream. I stream every other day, so like if you're here, I remember. I appreciate my viewers. Would you ever stream on Twitch? I used to duo stream, but then I got affiliate, and you can't stream on Twitch and YouTube if you have the sub button, basically. Deep dish pizza, New York style. Bam bam. The real questions, can I get like half and half? Please? That'd be great. PayPal are thieves. PayPal's PayPal. What if your client says that they want app development, not just web dev, like restaurants you're looking at? I mean, then, yeah, you got to figure out if you can make their app. That there's different kinds. Like, this is just website freelancing. You have app freelancing where a client says, hey, we have this great idea for a mobile app. Can you do it? And if you're just like a PHP developer, you'd be like, I can probably learn React Native and make it, maybe. It's up to you. I don't know your skill level. Any particular diet? I'm starting intermittent fasting today because pizza. Yeah, I don't want to say it because people in the chat get mad, right? So it doesn't matter. You don't want to talk about diets on YouTube, bro. Like, your diet is the wrong diet no matter what you do. It's like coding live. No matter how you code, it's wrong. Are we working on that game still? I haven't. No. I made a Fiverr account 5 days ago. No, nothing. Yeah, nothing's going to happen on Fiverr if you don't drive traffic to yourself. You need a brand. Can you look for freelancing jobs in the US like this on Google Maps if you live outside the US? Absolutely. 100%. Are SEO services important to offer clients? Where to learn? Dude, there's a million SEO courses in the world. SEO really just comes down to copywriting, and then you can run a lighthouse on the page. So why do they get mad that you are vegan? I'm not vegan.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the keto diet. Everyone's like, why do keto? Do the carnivore diet. Oh, did you know that keto's bad, Josh? Why do you eat meat? You should be vegan. Then some other guy's like, why don't you just eat healthy like a regular person, Josh? Josh, did you know the benefits of OMAD? That's 1 meal a day if you didn't know. Oh, by the way, have you tried intermittent fasting? You know, because that's what what's his name? The Greek, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to talk about diets. Everyone just wants to see the results. How can a web dev show the things they made? Yeah, you want to post on GitHub pages.
You missed a secret chat.
What did I miss? I'm scrolling up. I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
What information would I need to be able to provide to be a W-8 freelancer? Jay Nacho, I'm gonna hit you with that W-8 IRS form 2020. I'm gonna link it in the chat. You know what's funny is that to get the IRS W-8 BEN form, they're not even the first. Like, there's all these other BS websites out there that will, like, you have to pay to get the IRS form that's freely available. But boomers don't know. So boomers click on the advertisement, on the sponsored link, and then you pay $5 and it gives you a form that you could get for free. Anyways, so Jay Nacho, let me tag you in the chat here if you're still here. Hey, Jay Nacho. This is the form that you want to download and fill out, or this is the form that they'll give you. I did keto, you'll see results. Yeah, dude, keto is great. I've done it lots of times. I don't talk about it. I talked about it once, and then everyone's like, well, why would you do that? You know that you can't get a good pump in, like, your cholesterol. And, like, bro, it's not really sustainable, but it's great for shredding.
Opinions are like assholes.
Have you tried the Atkins? Why not paleo, Josh? Couldn't you just, like, eat regular 3 meals a day and follow the food pyramid like you taught, like, when you were a kid? It's great. You do you. WebDev Roadmap BS free, please. It is. Go download it. It's on my website, right? No, other hand. There. Grindreel.com. What? I went the wrong way. Jay Nacho, you're welcome, man. Okay, so let's go back and let's see if we can find like one more Garbo website, and then I'm going to let the chat decide what we should do. If you guys like these streams, let me know. Why not the no carb diet? One second. Stop eating. Food and water is poison. Didn't you know? Food and water are killing your gains. Is there any growth in web dev? Compare, let's say, data scientists in a big company. It depends on you. Can a freelancer ever earn as much as a person at a big company? Freelancer is going to earn more, bro. Anyone who's self-employed is going to earn more than someone who's not self-employed. That's not necessarily true, but like their potential is a lot higher because you control the potential and not your boss. Because you are the boss. Check out the music store, acoustic music. Okay, got it. I'm looking. New member, Jay Nacho. Hey, thanks, dude. Game dev and PHP. Why not? Why not? Just make tic-tac-toe, I guess. Building an audience on Medium, it's like blog. Yeah, so Medium is kind of a meme, but Medium actually has an affiliate program. So if you get a bunch of readers on your articles on Medium, you could make some decent money. I don't know how much they pay, but I signed up for it. I wrote like 2 articles. Is freelance better than 9 to 5? Absolutely, bro. Hold on. Hold on. Hello?
Yeah, my name is Michael, calling from Smart Home Solar. How are you doing today?
Hey, Michael. Yeah, your boss, Adam, told me he was going to call me. I'm waiting on his call.
No, sir, the reason of my call is that we are qualifying the homeowners who are facing high electricity bills. So I believe I'm speaking with the homeowner.
Yeah. Your boss already called me. We had this conversation. He was going to call me and he was going to finalize it. His name was Adam.
Yeah. So are you paying $100 on your monthly electricity bill or more than that, sir?
Can I talk to Adam? He told me he was going to talk to me.
No, sir. I'm Michael calling from Smart Home Solar. Sir.
Right, but Adam from Smart Home Solar said he was going to call me.
Oh, Adam?
Yeah.
Sir, let me transfer my call to the Adam, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for holding the line. My name is Daddy. I'm the supervisor here. How are you doing today?
Hey man, you gave me a call a little earlier. You said that your supervisor Alex was going to give me a call.
No. My name is Daddy. I just called you, it's our first call from our side.
Well,
I'll just take your 30.
But like I already got for me it's not my first. This is like the third time. I talked to Alex and Alex said that he was going to call me and finalize all the details with the solar.
All right. So did you see a call from our side?
Yeah. Yeah, Alex said he was going to call me.
All right, but sir, maybe you said there are so many companies calling around, but it's the first call from my side, so I'll just take your 30 seconds if you don't mind.
I don't know, man. Alex was going to give me a call. So I'm going to wait for him. Thanks, though. I've been watching too much Kitboga. Way too much Kitboga. Kitboga, if you ever see this video, can I please just do Herbert and you do Edna? Please? That's all I want. My life would be complete. If he could just be Edna. I'll just be Herbert, and then we could just call some people. His name is Addy, or Eddie. I don't know. I asked for Adam, because one of Kitboga's longest ever scams was like 36 hours, and it was with Adam and Alex. So every time I get a call that's obvious scam call, I ask for Adam, and then when they give me Adam, I ask for Alex after that. So that's my new meme. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You should try to do it. Actually, don't answer, because when you answer, they mark it as a number that's answered, and then they sell it. So, anyways, Kitboga, please. Go watch Kitboga if you haven't seen it. So good. Okay, so we'll do one. Let's do one more. Do you have to buy business expense stuff on it? Wait, what? Buy business expense on only April 15th, or you can at any time of the year. You can business expense all year long. When you're self-employed, you have to pay quarterly taxes on the previous year. So April 15th filing date for the US doesn't really apply when you work for yourself and you expect to owe over $1,000 to the IRS. So you pay quarterly. Quarterly estimates of what you expect to make for the previous, for the last year. Now go read it. It's confusing. Branding is key for freelance? Yeah, for sure. So acoustic music, let's look at this. Okay, they do have all right. Next time he answers, call him daddy. Okay, all right, sure. Try that. So here's where we're at. Here's acoustic music. Let's look at their website. You're about to turn 30. How do you feel? Like a smart 22-year-old. Oh God. What is this website? Oh no. Powered by Shopify? Who did this? Which one of you guys are responsible for this? Being first freelancing work at my firm, how can I confirm there are no security risks? That's not really your job. I mean, unless you're a freelance security guy. Root DMB, what's up, man? You ever been to the Bay Area? Yeah, I've been there. Took a trip. Inventory. We carry the following brands. Why even have a website, bro? What is this? They have a whole page for inventory, and it's literally just, please give us a call. They probably couldn't figure out how to do it. I was expecting to see at least a bunch of guitars on here, right? They have mandos, banjos, ukuleles, guitars. This is not a... You got me. Goteeks. This is unacceptable. So a great way to instantly have value to send to the client is to do the old lighthouse run. So what you do is you right click, you click Inspectoroni, and then you come on over to the Lighthouse tab, and then you run the Lighthouse on their website, and you write an email telling them how trash their website is. But you don't tell them that you ran a Lighthouse on it, and they could have done it too. It actually happens to be pretty good. Somehow this trash website is very good, but that's what you get with Shopify, I guess, even though it's trash. Ruby on Rails has a lot of money earning potential. I mean, anything does if you have a good product. So security is not related to the code we make as a developer. I mean, to a certain degree it is. Oh, they have a brand. That's kind of good. That's kind of good. They got staff. Okay, that's good, I guess. You think operations are easy? Some restaurants and stores actually don't want inventory management. So don't sell them inventory management. Sell them something. Why'd you move? I got my first job here. How much would you charge for a website with the mobile app? I mean, how much is their budget? Probably a lot more. But generally, you wouldn't need to make a mobile app. You could just make like a responsive website that could work just as good. How can I land a gaming job right now? I mean, you just stream on Twitch probably. Have you met a sub in real life? Yeah, HR lady and I were walking at the grocery store the other day, and some dude's like, "Hey, bro, love your content." And I was like, "What?"
All the time. He was watching you on his phone.
Oh yeah. Oh, there was some dude that was going to Lambda school at Costco, and he's like, "You're the Josh guy that like interviewed Patrick. I'm watching you right now." I'm like, "What?" Oh, that's me. Have a good Costco shop, I guess. Real weird. Today I learned about Lighthouse. Dude, Lighthouse is baller. As a European, can you open a business bank account in the States? Yeah. Sure can. Alright, we've been live for an hour and 40 minutes. I think this has been an extremely valuable stream today. And shout out to all the people that have me on the second monitor on the Alt tab if you're at work trying to hide me from your boss but having a good laugh. Hey, I appreciate you too. If I'm on the TV in the living room or the kitchen or the iPad or you're commuting home from work, I appreciate you. If you're on the toilet, you know, getting your 15 minutes in on company time, hey, still appreciate you. Why do you get less views compared to the past? I think it's just how YouTube goes. Overall, I have more views compared to the past, but it always goes up and down. You never want to see it go down, but hey, that's what happens. Shadow Gangster, you got maybe, I don't know, just PayPal it, I guess. Alt Tabbers Unite, hey, appreciate you. Sahil's always here, dude. Sahil's been here for like every live stream for the past like 10 days. Oh, y'all want to see some memes real quick? Hold on. So there's this place called Stack Exchange. And it has this place called Workplace on it. And I have never seen so many corporate simps in my life. Are y'all ready for this? Oh, dude, I have entire skits based around. I found this yesterday. And I just sat back and I went like this because I just realized I had so much content. Main monitor gang? Oh, of course, I appreciate you. Bill Burtime, Daedalus, have a good one. Freelancing while you're at a full-time job, hide it. If your boss finds out, you're going to get fired, maybe even sued if you sign a non-compete.
Please show them that video we found.
What?
There was one I told you to paste.
I forget. Oh. All right. Look, here's one. Here's a good one. We'll go to the desktop. Actual working hours versus time spent on the premises. Look at this. During my 8-hour days, I work for about 6.5 to 7.5 hours just coding with good productivity and quality as attested by my supervisor. How, like, just reading this makes me want to throw up. The rest goes for meetings. having issues, restroom visits, stretching, and short walks near my desk. Is this considered normal and acceptable? Are you fucking kidding me? Or I have absolutely to work the full 8 hours, and any time I spend doing on anything else other than working on the app, I'm accountable for it and could be questioned about it at any time. I'm asking because recently my manager said in a group meeting that we expect you to work on the app close to 8 hours, which is kind of vague to me. What is considered close to 8 hours? Are you... Bro. I am hesitant to have this conversation with my supervisor because I expect her to tell me the same thing my manager said in the group meeting. Are you serious? Who works 8 hours a day? Constantly, nonstop, bro. If you get 2 to 3 hours in just coding, you're a god. You are a literal god. If you code 6 hours, it's nuts. Imagine feeling bad for getting up to stretch at your desk. Your employer has every right to demand that you work 8 hours and spend all 8 hours on things they approve of. Okay, bro. That's in your contract. Every right to demand that you work 8 hours. You can demand that I'm... What does that mean? Work 8 hours as a dev. I hate people that do this. Your employer has every right to demand that you work 8 hours. Fuck off. Like, why do people have to ask these questions? I've just never seen so many corporate simps than I have on this page. Let's do this week. Company cuts my salary immediately after I sign the offer letter. And here's the part where it's bad. It's not about the money for me. I don't really care if I have to take the pay cut. Are you serious? I don't care if they cut my pay. I just want to make it known that it's not okay that they didn't disclose it to me. You know, I don't want to get started at the wrong foot at this company or risk losing the offer because I complained. Look at these simps. Look at these corporate simps. It's not about the money. Of course it's about the money. Imagine just like taking the job and they take 10% away. And you're like, it's not about the money. For real, bro? Is this real life? Where's your balls? Imagine putting your foot down. This website is gold for your channel. Dude, I know, right? I just found this yesterday and I have so many ideas for skits off this. If you don't say anything about it, they're going to do it to other people. And some of the people in the responses, man. Why do developers quit without letting you retain them? Nobody negotiates anymore? How can I retain them? Oh, -3. This one's going to be good. One of the things I found frustrating as a manager is that I get no meaningful attempt by employees to negotiate a way to stay at our organization. Yeah, it's because you done goofed, buddy. I randomly get a notice that they're leaving and 2 weeks later they're gone. Good, just like it should be. You're lucky that you got 2 weeks. Nobody seems to attempt to negotiate because if you attempt to negotiate to stay at your job for more money, they're going to give you a grand raise of about 4%. Whereas if you go get another job, you'll get 40%, 50%. So here's the part. I don't want to just give raises willy-nilly, but if someone wants an extra 5%, then I might be willing to give it to them. Are you fucking kidding me? That's why they leave. They would just rather leave. We found the boomer. We found the boomer. We have found the boomer, chat. This guy right here. Like, you wouldn't believe some of the questions in here. I got lots of videos coming for this. Okay. All right. I don't want to give all the goods away, but that whole website is a. Yeah, and then you're laid off because you have no company loyalty because they knew that you were unhappy. Excuse me, you were unhappy here? Oh, you're fired. Okay, so they're supposed to negotiate to stay at a company they don't like for 5%. How much money do you earn without a real job? Me? Like 20K, 30K a month. I should apply to some jobs. Let me give you that extra $2. Yeah. Didn't realize I was going to get infuriated today. You are a corporate Karen? I'm not corporate Karen, someone else is. Wow, they would rather leave a 60K job for a 90K job? Yeah. Can you believe that? Can you believe that someone would leave for a better opportunity? Can you believe that? You're not happy coding 8 hours a day? You mean 9 because I love it. Industrial engineering, it's okay. So you just freelance right now? No, I just do YouTube. I make content about corporate life. I make a living talking about, this is the corporate game that no one wants to talk about because they'd all get fired if they talked about it. So, what e-commerce site would you suggest for a friend who sells online consultations? Just use Calendly. Calendly is $10 a month, Troy. That's what I use. Calendly.com. It's like, yeah, $10 a month. Sets up, it auto sends emails. People just go to the Calendly link and then they book it. Shouldn't we be happy in what we're doing? I mean, I guess. Do you like Svelte? I don't. What does it do for me? How to change the mindset of your parents on freelancing? I don't know why you care what your parents think about it.
How old are you?
Yeah, I don't care. Like, what do you care what your parents think about what you do? It's your life. It's your main source of income. I'm secretly a stripper. I've been lifting lately. That's where I make most of my money, at the club. They hire me. Okay. I think that's it. If you're interested in business stuff, you can go. Is this the right hand? It's over there. How to open an LLC. Teespring's just drop shipping. Would you like to work in finance? Nope, I like making content. My parents think the only real job is working 9 to 5, making terrible money. Yeah, for sure. Svelte is a front-end framework like Vue or React. And what does it do for me that I can't do something else? How much you make from Uber? It's like $4 a trip, I think. Stripper names for Josh. My name's Candy Cane, obviously.
Chad Thunder Rock, duh.
Nah, Candy Cane. Candy Cane.
No, you're a dude.
It's Candy Cane because I got the candy and the cane. You know that was a good joke. It's fine. It's not gross. You're gross. Get your mind out of the gutter. Okay. I guess that's it. I'm gonna go now. Thanks for being here, chat. I'll post some videos on the workplace Stack Exchange. I feel like I forget something. I think that's it. All right, yeah. I'm out. See you guys later. Oh, someone says something talking trash about YouTube. Wait. Why making content about how lame the corporate world is and not to change it for the better? This does change it for the better. When I bring awareness to the corporate game, it changes it for the better. A lot of people don't understand this is how the world works because That's no one teaches them that. They just teach them go to school, get a degree, get a job, live till you're 65, have a bunch of kids, and then die. Right? They don't teach you that you can't lie on your resume, but the companies can lie to you. There's lots of stuff, bro. 5-3, Josh. See you later. Bye. Have a good one. Do you own a motorbike? I have a Triumph Speed Triple 1050. Okay, I'm out. See you later. Bye, chat. Wait, hold on. I need to find my music. I lost my music. I always leave with a song. All right. All right, there we go. Bye.